Earl Children's Real Estate Investments will teach you how to build wealth through real estate. Learn step by step how to become a real estate investment empire through wholesaling and flipping residential and commercial properties. Be a boss, take over the block by becoming a real estate investor. Learn more at www.earlchildrens.com.
Hey, Ray, hand me that AR.
We're now listening to Off the Rip.
Off the Rip. Hardest podcast out right now. It's your boy Earl The Artist.
Let's get it. We got Staffer, man, and we got the homies with us, man.
Y'all go ahead and introduce yourself.
Man, it's CJ right here. You know what's up with it.
Man, it's your boy Cole on the podcast. Finna turn it up.
Let's get
Too
it.
cool already. Too cool already.
Hey,
Man.
so tell us, how did y'all get
No,
into...
wait, hold on.
All right, my fault.
Mind it bad. You feel me? So, where y'all from, man?
From the Lou, you feel me? Born and raised.
No, the big 314. St. Louis, man.
Let them know.
Hey, man, he finna get all into the career. You gotta slow it down sometimes. You feel
My
me?
fault, big dog.
So, for those who don't know, what do y'all do?
We hoop.
For sure, man.
Man.
So, boom. How young were you when you started hooping?
I was in 7th grade playing with Seminoles Elite.
Chill out. You didn't start hooping in 7th
I
grade.
promise you I did. I'm not lying.
Swear to God.
I'm so serious. Like, I started late compared to
Late
everybody.
bloomer?
Late bloomer, for real. I started late. So that's when I started.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a hoops that came out the womb. But you feel me? I'm a hoops I was about 5 at the YMCA. Everybody, or most people started. I wish I started at Wolves, but that's another topic.
He talking about, well, what you know about hooping at
Man,
Wolves?
Wolves,
Man.
man.
All right, so what's y'all relation? Like, how do y'all two know each other?
So when I was a freshman, I went to DeSmet, but DeSmet really wasn't for me. No knock on them. It just wasn't the school for me. So I transferred to Central, and when I had transferred, this dude named Caleb hit me up on Instagram. I didn't even know who he was.
Say, hey, bro, do you hoop?
He's like, bro, you transferred? I'm like, yeah. And so boom, after that, it just became a friendship for real. Then we really got close once I got there and got on the court with him and seeing how he moved. He was 100.
Is that true, Caleb?
Yeah, it's
No
all
capping this, right?
Nah, he ain't never.
Okay, that's not an issue.
It's been my dog since I met him though. Like straight up, like we got in the gym. I seen him dunk, and I was like, yeah, you got that.
Oh, that gotta be my buddy.
Yeah, that's my dog. See, wasn't nobody really dunking like
When
that.
he started dunking, what age is this?
Before me. That's all I know. But nah, it was just my dog. Like his vibe, his more and stuff like that. I just feel like I surround myself.
Make sure y'all don't never let that bond go. You feel me? Make sure y'all stay close.
For real game.
For real.
Nah, for sure. It's just always been tight like that though, for sure.
So y'all met. You said in middle school.
Nah, sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
High school, yeah.
So how was it sophomore year at y'all was both at Central, right?
Yeah.
How was it? What did Central do to y'all? How was it? Cause me and Earl, I went to Central all 4. Earl was at Central for a minute too. Just like how y'all was there for a minute. How was it going through Central? How did it help y'all? I feel like in life and everything. Like, what did Central do for you? Let them know. Best high school in the city.
For those who don't know, Central, you friends to Hazelwood Central.
Yeah.
It's a high school, but me personally, I went to this school called Loyola Academy. It was in the city of St. Louis, and it was all boys school. So I was there for about 4 years, and then I went to DeSmet, and I was at DeSmet freshman year, and then the first part of sophomore year. So for about 6 years, I didn't go to school with women. And then I get to Central.
Continue, I ain't got nothing to
It you know, if you know, you know.
It's so much, you know.
see
And
it
then I
through.
was a hooper too, so yeah, it was lit though. You feel me? It was something different. And I would say the education is cool. It's like if you just try hard enough, it'll be okay. But I didn't graduate from Central. Well, neither one of us graduated from Central.
Nah, Central for me. When I think of Central, you just feel like family for real. I've been there my first 3 years, and it was just everybody that I grew up with. So I was familiar with everybody, and I was just comfortable being around and walking around Central, honestly. My friends and the teammates and stuff, they helped me go through school and stuff like that with the education and stuff. And so it was just smooth for me, honestly.
Yeah, but the fights at Central, crazy.
Wow, that's wow,
the drama
man.
at Central is crazy. It made me not want to miss a day of school. That's the only, I'm sick and I miss school.
I ain't gonna fake it. I be talking to Earl. I be like, yo, I killed a dude high school over one more
Man,
time. You know, people be
would.
saying quote unquote like that's a bad thing, but people don't know. Like, I feel like how you said like Central Brotherhood's a bond. Like, I was kicking it with my homies every day. Like, we were so close. Like, everybody at Central. Like, I don't feel like people know this. I remember, shout out Brandon Gilmore. A lot of people know him as Head, one of the realest, you feel me? I remember him saying this one time in the summer, like, and he ain't lied about this. He ain't made no mistakes. He said, you'll never get basketball like it was in like high school. He ain't quote unquote,
Facts.
I don't remember exactly how he said it, but he was like at the high school, he was just saying, it's not the same. Like, you got your family at the game, all your friends, people you know, the whole city out. Like, it's just a different atmosphere. When you go to college, you playing with people from all across the world, from overseas, from different cities. Fans, you don't really know too many people. Your parents might make a couple games a year, depending on where you located. Yeah. Like, people don't know about all that. And like high school basketball, especially in our city, I feel like is the pillar of St. Louis. Like, that's part of our culture, and I feel like it's like, you know what I mean, it's different. I feel like we bring a different atmosphere in a lot of cities, and we steady upcoming. It's a lot of upcoming talent. Like, y'all can see, y'all just came into high school, so y'all can vouch, like, especially that this new generation, whatever, like, it's some real dogs, it's some real talent, a lot of people to be seen, you feel me? Like, and I'm proud of what the city got to come. So after leaving Central, because of the pandemic, I know y'all didn't really want to leave. How was it, this UCO leaving the city? How was that for you, and how was that going to Vashon?
When I left, so in December, my favorite coach, Coach Frazier, hit me up. He said, you want to go play out of state? I said, why not? So I sent him my clips. He sent it to a coach. Amani, this is December 1st. By December 25th, I was in another state, Tennessee, Chattanooga, with a man I've never met before in person without my parents. So I was just down there living. But if I could redo it, I'd do it again just because of the exposure I got playing Sunrise, being on the biggest stage on ESPN2. It was just crazy, and the connections I made was ridiculous.
Facts. With me transferring to Vashon, it was I would say it was a very big difference in play styles. But one thing that was alike though, I know both of the coaches, they was on me hard, but I can say they both did it for the best of me because it made me 10 times better than who I was. And it both schools felt like family, and like it just really taught me like to just mature very quick. Like just going through all the circumstances and COVID and not knowing if I'm gonna be able to play at Central, because I don't know if y'all know, but me leaving Central, the reason I left Central is honestly because I wasn't for sure if I was going to play because they was pushing it back a lot. But it was kind of a very, very rough time for me. So I just had to take what God gave me and just go ahead and transfer. And luckily, I ended up getting a state championship out of it, and that was really my dream at the time.
Got a state champion here, y'all.
Yeah. Nah, for real, that was my dream at the time, especially like seeing Sean and them grow up at Central and them lose. I was like, I don't want to feel that.
Shout out Sean Woods,
my
man.
dog Sean, man. But nah, that was a hard feeling for me to witness. So I was like, I don't want to witness that feeling ever again. So that's what it was.
Y'all would have stayed that senior year?
Yeah, we the ones.
Easily. That's no brainer.
We to beat CBC, dismiss all them boys. I promise you.
What happened that junior year? Describe that for us. How was it playing on that big stage? And I know it was I feel like a lot of pressure going in that game. How was it playing that last game against CBC?
Man, CBC, it was like, honestly for me, that was like a change in my career. I think I would say that game changed the way I view basketball, because it was just like that environment, the crowd, the people we were playing with, like Caleb Love, he playing on the stage I'm trying to get to still, like NCAA and stuff, and like playing him, it's just like, yeah, I'm trying to beat him and stuff, but you gotta give credit when it's due. He a heck of a ball player for sure. And it was just like, you just gotta put everything on the line. Like with all the talent that we had, it really hurt to see us go down, but at the same time, you gotta realize, like, you gotta go on about your business. You gotta take your L's like a man sometimes.
I'm actually glad we lost, because if we would have beat them and won the next game, we wouldn't have been able to go to state because of COVID. So that would have been way worse than
Facts.
losing.
Speaking of cold, let's kind of like take a step out of basketball real quick. So what year did you guys graduate? Was that like the pandemic year?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Me personally, I feel like class of 2021, we had it worse because it's like everybody above 2021, they get the extra year, but it stops at 2021. So like with me and him, we won't get an extra year
Of high school?
Of college.
of college.
college?
Yeah,
Oh,
of college.
okay,
So
okay.
like we stuck with 4 years, but like you got kids that's like the COVID years really messed it up for like the transfer portal and stuff like that.
Bruh,
So
it messed it up bad.
it's so hard for like
Hella hard.
everybody that's in 2021 and below. It's gonna be super rough for them to like get offers and entries and stuff like that. So it's
How
making it
y'all
tough
feel
for all
about
of
the
them.
transfer portal? Because that's like a big, like, right now, that's probably one of the biggest topics in college basketball right now. Like, transfer portal is crazy right now. This is gonna be crazy the whole summer, even when school starts for that first month. Coaches still gonna be out there looking, trying to finesse their way to get kids into their program when school already started. Like, it's crazy. It's bad out here. How y'all feel about that transfer portal? You already said what you had to say, Caleb. What about you, Cole?
Well, at Portland State, we have 4 returning players, and we have 7 transfers, and then
y'all
2
got
freshmen.
7?
So and I'm
Only 2 freshmen?
it's me and my partner MJ Jones.
Dang.
Shout out to him in Alabama. So yeah, it is
Hard
what
for
it is.
freshmen right now.
But the coach is also new. It's just about his second year there, so I feel like it's still an even playing ground. It's just either you got to put up or shut up, to be
I
honest.
feel that. So for the kids that's looking to go to college and play at that next level, get them some insight from y'all. I guess I'll go first, but what y'all think of is ways to get recruited and get founded by coaches?
Every time you step on the court, you want to take it as like it's your last time hooping. You want to dunk the ball all the time if you can. Always make the right read. Of course, you're going to mess up, but if you strive for greatness, if you aim for the stars, you'll land on the moon. So I feel like if you just play hard and just really hoop, you'll be good. Because a coach will go into the game at 8 in the morning, and he could be looking at one play on another team. But if he see a kid that's picking up 94 feet at 8 in the morning and playing hard, he like, okay, he got heart. That's different. You got to set yourself aside from all the other players, to be honest.
Facts. I would definitely say playing hard. Like, honestly, he gave me a key with that too. Like, we played together a lot, so like him getting on me about dunking the ball, it definitely, like I will say, it gave me a lot more interest from college coaches and stuff like that. So I would definitely say, like, if you're an athlete, show you can be an athlete. Just show your strengths. Just like a lot of kids now, they try to show and do stuff that they usually don't do in games and stuff like that. And it usually be for like the cameras and stuff like that. But just stick to what you're good at. But like honestly, playing hard, you play hard, you ain't got to worry about nothing else.
For sure. Man, so that pandemic year, man, I'm just trying to take a little step outside of basketball real fast, you know what I mean? Prom, did y'all have prom or
Man,
something? Did y'all
no.
have homecoming? Did y'all get a
Go to
chance to
prom?
live a
So-
little bit? I know y'all businessmen, but
They was on that-
come on, I need y'all to
They
live
was
a
on that
little
Mikey
Man,
Williams
alright,
flow. Prom ain't
Nah, so me personally, that's crazy that you just mentioned that. So me personally, right before the pandemic, knowing me, I couldn't stand dressing up. But I was like, you know
You about to
what?
get fly with that prom.
Might as well. I was like, so homecoming came. I was like, you know what? I had to go to homecoming fly. So I was like, Mom bought me a suit and all that. And I actually dressed up for homecoming. A lot of people didn't really buy suits and stuff for
They wasn't
homecoming.
doing
So
it.
yeah, they wasn't doing
They
that.
wasn't
So
doing
I
that.
was
Seriously,
Caleb had to
so
set
I
the
was
tone.
like, yeah, I gotta
homecoming,
be
they wearing
different.
trees,
Nah,
all
facts.
that other stuff.
So I had to be different. I dressed up for homecoming. Luckily, didn't even know I was going to even have prom, which I looked up.
Dang, you look, so you didn't even want to go to prom. What about you?
Well, the school I went to had 13. The school I went to had 26 kids, so we didn't have a prom. But when I came back to the Lou, Central had prom.
Oh, Central still had their prom?
Central having their prom, so I went and got a rental. I bought me some shoes or whatever, nothing crazy. I just put on a fit, man. I threw a hotel party. Yeah. It was fun. I wasn't even tripping about not having prom for it.
Nothing too crazy, just some red bottoms.
Triple S.
So for y'all, like back to the recruiting, how did y'all get recruited? How did you end up going to prep, Cole? Because you went to prep, and for the people that don't know how prep works, tell them how prep works. And Caleb, how did you get recruited to go JUCO? And what made you take the JUCO route instead of going straight to the university?
So for the prep route, it's like it go high school, right? You got your regular high schools, public or private. Then we have prep. Prep is where I was at Hamilton Heights or Mount Verde, IMG, or Oak Hill for all the people that know. And then what I did after prep was post-grad. After you graduate a year, you get a year from the NCAA, and they tell you that you got to figure it out in this time, or your NCAA years start counting down. So I just went post-grad. The coach at Portland State, Coach Dunn, he been following me since I was at Central. And he actually came out to Tallahassee to see me play. But he didn't know it was me because we were just having open runs, just a little scrimmage, nothing too serious. And then when he put the piece together, that's when he started texting me. And I think it took like 5-6 months before I got the offer. And the way I got the offer, I was asleep. And an Arizona number called me. I'm like, yo, who's this? I got another coach trying to hit me up. And then next thing I know is Jace, my head coach, Jace Coburn, telling me, we like you.
Shout him out, man. Give him
Shout out to coach, man.
Yeah, shout out, man. He's like, yeah, we want you to play for us. And I was like, bet. And then he came out and seen me play, but he also came out and seen my Portland State teammate, shout out to Z Kirby, play at Tallahassee Community College. And that's also who I took my visit with. Cool dude.
Nah, for me in the JUCO route, right after state, like a few days after state, this coach named Brandon Brigette, he coached KCK, Kansas City Community College, and he said he'd been following me since I was at Hazelwood Central with Coach Head.
All that stuff is out.
And so he already knew what was up with me, and he was actually like one of the coaches that showed me the most love, even after I transferred. Because actually after I transferred, a lot of coaches stopped showing me love because they like, sticking with the head coach and stuff like that. But he showed me the most love, and when I took my visit and stuff, I just honestly felt like God was just telling me this is where I need to be at, and I need to just develop and work on things I need to work on. I was just like, this is my new home, honestly.
That's tough.
That was it.
That's tough. So this might be a paradox question to ask, but like, what could you guys see yourself doing if you wasn't hooping, or what do you guys plan on doing when the ball stops to roll, if you don't make it to the next level? I hope you guys make it to the next level, but like, these are things that should always kind of be like in the back of your mind. Like, what could you see yourself doing if you wasn't hooping?
If I wasn't hooping, I'd probably have my CDL.
Okay.
Truck driving and flipping houses.
Okay, that's what's up. That's next level hustle.
And I'm making it to the next level, so I already don't have no thought of that.
For sure, man.
Real talk. Stick with plan A, so you know you going hard enough, so ain't even no thought of plan B.
For sure.
You feel me? What's some, like, from St. Louis, what's some struggles that you all face from high school and college? I know this is only your first year, but what struggles y'all face playing this ball in the St. Louis area and in college?
Wait, playing. All right, so I played for Bradley Elite EYBL team from 6th grade to 9th.
Dang, that's tough.
So I only got 2 minutes every game at the most. Not at the least 2 minutes every game, but at the most I get like 7. But it is what it is. You on the EYBL level, they gonna play players that got height. I don't blame you. I wasn't even that good, to be honest. But I got cut 10th grade year, and getting cut from Bradley Bill probably was the best thing ever happened to me. I started playing with the Jets, and that's really when Cole took off. I had four offers that summer, and it was just fun. But in St. Louis, it's like if you don't have height, it's really hard to like get out there. And if you don't know nobody or you don't got people working for you behind the scenes, it's really hard to play for shoe name teams and really ranked teams out there. So.
Nah, facts. I definitely agree with him saying like if you don't have a name, it's hard for you to get out of St. Louis. Honestly, when it comes to basketball, because with me, I never was really known like that. They just know me as a kid that rebounded, just work hard, kind of like Draymond Green, if you want to be honest. But after that, I started going with different coaches and stuff, and they started helping me out and stuff. So they started knowing me by how I play and stuff like that, and I got better. But honestly, yeah, it was just St. Louis basketball is different though. Like, it's a lot of states that don't know about St. Louis, but they know about the little schools like CBC and Vashon and Central and all that. But Chaminade too. It's a lot. Like if they know you from St. Louis, you got a great chance of playing the other states. Like, honestly, St. Louis is slept on.
Sure.
Basketball for sure.
So molding your career as like a student athlete and trying to go D1 or playing college ball in period, what do you feel like are some of the expectations of being a black student athlete as opposed to being like, another race?
We looked at harder. Like you don't really get as many chances. But then again, I don't know. I'm really just walking in, so really just about to dip my toes in and get my feet wet, to be honest. But it just feels like on the outside looking in, you get criticized way harder, especially with this. But in the NIL deals, I feel like it's a lot of black athletes really taking off with this. When I get up to Portland State, when I do good this year, I'm going to try to finesse me a little car deal or whatever I can get. But yeah, it's like, it's harder. And then you got the academics part. But I feel like most colleges help out with that. So I feel like if you just don't care, then you're going to drop out. I fell out of college. But if you just go to your coach, ask for help, or your academic advisor, I'm pretty sure we'll be straight. So you got
facts. With me being a black student athlete, it was just like, it was hard for me first getting in. But honestly, like with the help of my teammates and my coaches giving me that confidence, to just mainly my big thing was time management. I was good. My grades have never been bad. Being in the gym was never the case. It was just my time management. Like, I got to go to the gym at this time. I got to go to class and then workouts after this and all of that. But it was really just my thing with time management. And then, like, outside of the school thing, it was just, just making sure I mature really quick. Because, you coming from high school and you got
and
money.
And JUCO dog eat dog, so you had to be ready on go.
Facts. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. Like, I was one of the people that didn't want to go JUCO, but I realized it helped
develop you. I feel like, and I salute both of y'all because for like 18, 19, especially come from St. Louis, I gotta give y'all the most praise because especially where we come from, Central, we got guys every day that want to be fake thugs and gangsters every day, especially when the hoop don't work out. You feel me? And y'all, I feel like even if y'all didn't hoop, y'all know who y'all are. You feel me? That's what a lot of people don't know who they are.
Identity crisis.
Yeah. Let me chime in on this. That's why I asked that question earlier. Like, what could you see yourself doing if you didn't pick up the ball? Not to belittle you, like crush your dreams, nothing like that. But like seeing like how the past, kind of can tell the future on some people. Not saying on you. Like we kind of seen the past of guys when they just stop hooping. They feel like they don't know they want to do with their lives. Or they feel like they just got to go out and get in the street or give off this image that they hard no matter what they doing. So that's why I was kind of curious. Like, if this ball starts rolling, then what's the next chapter or what could be a possible chapter in your life? That's why I brought up that question.
Yeah, but. Yeah, back to what I was saying, just giving y'all a lot of praise because, I feel like this past year I tried to talk to y'all as much as I could. And it just seemed like y'all got y'all head on straight, especially with time management, how you were saying. Like, you always say, like, I'm in the gym or I'm in study hall, cold. I don't know. Y'all, prep school, y'all low-key be BSing. Y'all do no work. Prep schools don't do no work. But then he stay in that gym, so I salute him. He stay in that gym. He trying to get to it. This makes sure at Portland State, when they put a textbook in front of you, make sure you in study hall too. Because it ain't no more prep school where you can go to the gym this BS in the gym. Gym is class for them. At prep school, just letting y'all know. They don't do no real work. They don't even look at no math problems. When the last time you read a book?
Hey, I ain't do no work in about 10 months.
He keep it real. He keep it real.
About 10 months, man.
Man, he did all the work in 10 months, man. Straight
prep schools be lying to these people parents.
Don't let that for
he about to get the top 10.
He do all his work, man. Straight A student, man. A's and B's. Sprinkle a couple C's in there, but he good though.
He said sprinkle a couple C's in there. I know me and Earl be joking on y'all a lot with the cameras. I know, cause I'm one of them. The cameras be messing it up. Cause I feel like I ain't saying I don't think I'm hating, but the cameras ain't come to like 18, class of 18. So people that know what I'm talking about when I say 18. The cameras ain't come to 18. When I feel like when me and Earl was growing up hooping, we didn't have the cameras at every open gym. We just going to the
Nike ball.
When we just go into the wild. I know I be talking like I'm old as hell, but it was a shift, like real life shift. I feel like when we left out of high school, freaking like just going to open gyms. I got cameras at every open gym now. It's crazy. It's insane. But I know my big homie.
Boy, for that heart attack going in on the youngest. Y'all got cameras.
D-man, Ibrahim was, but freaking he was telling me in coach at the track, he was saying the cameras a lot of beneficial because they give a lot of these players exposure. I feel like that's a blessing in disguise. What's some of the benefits about the cameras and what's some of the negatives? Because I'm done hooping and y'all got the cameras way more in y'all face, so just let us know.
I'm gonna speak on the negatives. It's like if the hoop sessions don't have cameras, it's a half and half chance it's gonna be trash because people like, oh, what I'm hooping hard for? Ain't nobody gonna see this, but like people don't look at it as, all right, I'm finna get better. I'm about to work on a move, and I ain't gonna fake it. Sometimes it happen to me, especially if the competition ain't there. I be like, ain't no cameras here. I ain't got nothing to prove. Like I'm just finna chill. But it's a blessing and a curse. And CJ gonna speak on the blessings about the cameras and whatnot.
Nah, fact. Like with me, I personally, if it's no cameras there, I really care less because I'm too focused on seeing if I'm getting better. But on the positive side of things, like with the cameras nowadays, the camera definitely helped me get a lot of exposure for me, especially like when I was at Vaishon with Baller's Life. He was able to send my film out to different coaches and stuff like that, so it was a blessing on that side. But also, like, I also like cameras because I can go back and watch what I messed up at and what I need to tweak and stuff like that. So like if I drive to the hole, I can see where I should slow down there, where I should change my pace, you know, and it'll like basically be like feedback for myself and stuff like that.
I feel that.
But honestly though, what he said, I honestly agree with him too though, because a lot of kids nowadays, like that's younger than me or even older than me at this point, they like it's not camera stuff. I'm not gonna play hard. Like it's just like, you know, trying to be celebrity and clout.
It's bad, and it's getting a little fugazi with it too. Like I sent y'all another dude. I sent y'all a deal earlier. Like, but I know this dude trash.
Man,
like,
look,
the cameras make like a trash dude, like a dude that's terrible. Just look good. Sometimes you feel me? Like it's
like
bad.
5-star.
This is like a slight little workout or something. Like it's just, I don't know. Like it's a good and a bad thing. I would say from my standpoint, I would say, you know what I mean. Try to take the beneficial stuff off the camera, but when it's really grind mode and really time to work, at the end of the day, the cameras, you know what I mean, all you got is your grind, and when you really get in front of them coaches, most of the time when them coaches there, it ain't all cameras. So freaking, you gotta show yourself and be a product of your own type of work. And I feel like a lot of work, it come when it get dark, when it ain't nothing in there, nothing to show for it. And you pop out like, yeah, that's me, like on one of them, you feel me?
I'm him.
Like,
Nah, different.
so I feel like it's benefits to it. I would say, when did y'all figure out like I'm that guy? Like, what age did it kick into your mind where it's like I'm him with this hoop stuff?
This year when I turned 19, when I get back, it's like what CJ always say, somebody always know me or whatnot, but it's like when I go down the city, I'm seeing people that really didn't like used to mess with me, or like people that I really didn't think looked up to me that much. I got people calling me superstars and whatnot, and like I'm really like, I don't even see myself as that great, but of course I see myself as good. But to hear that people calling me superstars and they want me to get us out the hood, even though I'm not from the hood. They want us to get us out, you know what I'm saying? Take us places. I'm like, okay, maybe I might be on my way to stardom or whatnot. Hey, shout out SB.
He told me shout out SB. But nah, for real though, I started noticing I can take off. Honestly, I want to say as soon as I got to college. Honestly, I would say as soon as I got to college, you know, everybody's older than me, so they're gonna think I'm a freshman. I don't know nothing. I'm just gonna do everything. But Coach B, shout out to Coach B and Coach G. Y'all definitely helped me, but for sure though, I would say they gave me that confidence and like guys that was like D1 bounce backs. I started being able to like be better than them actually. So it kind of shocked me, especially like starting my freshman year. That really woke me up because that means they actually trusted me to, you know, help the team and benefit the team a lot. So that's honestly where I started looking out to be better.
And shout out my coach from postgrad, Louis C. Graham. He really like put the thought in my head, Cole, it don't matter about knowing you. It don't matter that you can go score 30. It's the matter about knowing you can go score 30 and then doing it. And that really stuck with me. Like, it ain't really about the wolf tick. It's about what you can and cannot do.
That's real. So what can we plan to see in the future from you guys?
Shoot, right now, being on the March Madness Stadium. Then league, yeah, for sure.
I feel that.
Most definitely.
I got one question for the kids that's looking at this, for the high schools that's trying to get to college or whatever. What gets you? What's the proper way to get prepared for the next level? Like from workouts to weightlifting, all that type of stuff. Like, what do they need to do? So when they going against a 20, 24, 25-year-old in college,
real, bro.
what's the preparation?
I don't know. I'm not Kanye guys. No.
Nah, boy. Before you get in college, the best advice I can give you is just with workouts, just what's your why? Honestly, just ask yourself, what's your why? And if your why doesn't give you motivation to do what you want to do, then it might not be for you. Because I know my why helps me, it benefits me and motivates me a lot. So you just got to ask yourself, what's your why, bro? You just got to work hard. It's going to be a struggle.
I feel that. Well, I played ball in college for 5 years. So I'm going to give y'all a little bit of my insight. Just make sure, because I don't know, Caleb answered how I wanted him to, but just make sure you lifting, you in shape, and you getting in open run. You getting in open runs daily, and make sure you getting individual workouts, and make sure you trying to get at least, I would say at least 250 to 500 shots a day at least. You feel me?
Eat right.
That's something like eat right too, and I feel like that's preparing yourself, and this kind of let go and just have confidence. If you don't have no confidence in playing basketball, it'll never work. Like, you got to really know, like, I'm him at the end of the day. You can get out there and step out and compete, because you can be 18 but go and kill a 25-year-old for real. Like, it doesn't matter how you approach the game. And then also, too, little stuff, not even physicality, just watch basketball. A lot of people don't do that. Watch basketball, watch film, little stuff like that. It'll take your game a long way at the end of the day. And that's what it is. But I just want to say, Earl, you got anything else to say?
Yeah, he said, you 18, you know what I'm saying? You can always kill him at 25. He was referring to basketball. Put the guns down and shoot hoops.
I like that.
I really do appreciate y'all boys coming out, dropping gems at a young age, man. We gonna have you
youngest in it, man. They don't know. Youngest in this, man.
I got a plug in. Come taste buds, Floyd said, you feel me? Shaka for 1156. Come check us out, man. Food amazing.
Man, that food amazing.
Man,
For real.
so, youngest in this, man. Let them know.
All right, we out.
Off the rip.